Serve the Lord. Now you have the time. Love the Lord with all your heart, soul, and mind. Give your all for the work of God. When you get to heaven, you will be glad. There are people in heaven that will occupy the lowest rank. People who barely survived hell. Many in a generation may end up there. So you serve the Lord. Now you have the time. Love the Lord with all your heart, your soul, and mind. Give your all for the work of God. When you get to heaven, you will be glad.
One night, the Lord appeared to me in a dream and he asked me this: if I gave you the ability to do anything for me right now, what will you do? And without an ounce of hesitation, I responded like, God, if I could, I'll invade the Middle East. Load my lungs with serenity, lullaby, bullets of love into the minds of men, which will kill their animosity as they sleep. So when they wake up, they think their conflict was just a bad dream and realize that nobody has to die to rest in peace. And since I'll be across the seas, I'll visit every destitute child, feed each one of them individually so much, with so much joy, that they will have no choice but to save leftovers of hope for tomorrow. And after that, God, I'm gonna ask you to sign my permission slip to die, so that I can feel a trip to heaven and borrow your eyes, so that I can lend them to every downtrodden girl who thinks she has to use society's mirror to define your worth, but instead she will see everything looks perfect when using your high definition. My God, if you can give me the resources and the abilities that I need to do these things. I just want to show the world the love that you showed me. I want every human being to accidentally walk into your hood wearing the wrong colors, so that you can bang on their hearts with love and show them your signs and wonders. And before your peace blows away, I pray your glorious majesty to cause their hands to be raised, so that you can elegantly rob them of their sorrow and pain. And before I could finish my next sentence, he interrupted me. He interrupted me with a type of silence that will make whispers sound like screams.
Those who fail to go deep in God, they will not acknowledge Jesus in public. Commercial Christians who never love to pray. Many in a generation may end up there. So you serve the Lord. Now you have the time. Love the Lord with all your heart, your soul, and mind. Give your all for the work of God. When you get to heaven, you will be glad.
I said, I'll do anything you ask. Name the task, state the price, I'm ready. Then he calmly asked, when have I ever withheld the pouring of myself to you? Even as you speak, your countenance helplessly drips the fragrance of my love. But you wanna get your budget together before you can travel across and spread it. While inside this room, none of your relatives, sister, has heard you mention it. You have next door neighbors that you see daily, but none of them has ever heard you say of my name. But I guess that will all change when somebody puts you on a plane like Grace Covenant Church to go and spit poet on their stage, but son, listen, I want you to understand that I cherish your desires, but why are you so eager to get your Christopher Columbus on? So obsessed to circle an earth that you think revolves around, and that your whole perspective is flat out wrong. Then he asked me, do you trust me? I said, I do. I trust you with my life. I trust you with my breath. I trust you with everything that I got. He said, okay. And as long as that remains the same, wherever you are, whenever you are, it's never a mistake. That means your job, your school, where you sit, stand or lay, is where I had you strategically placed. Do not be dismayed. I'm not giving you an excuse to be a complacent. I'm providing you with a reason to believe in me. Believe it or not, I plan to use you to reach the world, and I plan to show you how. But you've been so obsessed trying to do something amazing there and then that you neglect here and now.
With a low rank, many may end up there. With no reward, many may end up there. You choose now where you wanna be. When you get to heaven, you will be glad.
So I woke up, dressed myself in uncomfortable humility, and came to this very place to remind you and me, through Christ we can do extraordinary things. But don't let your family, don't let your church, don't let your community become your next bit quote unquote opportunity. I'm saying take advantage of your current situation, and I'm not saying you to be stagnant. So don't assume the journey isn't valuable as the destination. I know you might not have a record deal, but you already signed in the Lamb's book of life. I know you may yet to clothe an orphan in Somalia, but you can tell a child on your block that Jesus loves them and watch them put on a smile like a sweater on the coldest winter. Why do we allow our purpose become an extinct? Because we lack the grant of things, making fossils of our callings. Because let this poem become the archaeologist that brushes the dust of your destiny. And some of you are saying, I have to be patient. It's not quite yet my time. You see, that is true, but God is preparing you with what you have right before your eyes. Can't you see? While people are putting in the mission fields of India, see, we could be getting it across the streets, but I promise you, even without mentioning the streets, there is someone right here who's desperately in need. Someone's bound and needs to be set free right here, right now. You see, there will always be people 7,000 miles away who are seeking, who are in need for a touch. But there may be somebody seated right next to you, contemplating suicide, who will give anything for a hug. Just a hug. We need to embrace one of the most precious gifts that the Lord has given us, and that is the gift of now. This presence, so that He can be represented. But some of us are thinking, oh, I have to be anointed first. Oh, I have to graduate first. Oh, I have to get this stuff out of my life. Oh, and God is saying, while you are waiting on me, I am waiting on you.
Yeah. Serve the Lord. Now you have the time. Love the Lord with all your heart, your soul and mind. Give your all for the work of God. When you get to heaven, you will be glad. So you serve the Lord. Now you have the time, and love the Lord with all your heart, your soul and mind. Give your all for the work of God. When you get to heaven, you will be glad. When you get to